Hello and welcome to DeRidder St. Louis Catholic Baseball as we take on the Merryville Panthers. Morgan Clayton on the mound for the Saints and Grant Cholly at catcher. And the first pitch misses low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Palermo at first, Kramer at second, Fontenot at short, and Ferguson Cochran at third. Catches the outside corner for strike 1-1. Zachary Short in left, Julian Gonzalez in center, and Kyle Goodo in right. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike. If you just joined, this is the first batter. Game started a little late today. Game before us ran long. 2-1. And the pitch misses outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Morgan Clayton with his first start of the year. Here's the 3-1. And ball 4. The leadoff walk for Merryville.
Stepping into the box, number 4, Brian Bailey.
Nobody out, runner at first for Merryville. First pitch from Clayton's in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Shows bunt, call for a strike, 1-1. Nobody out, runner at first for the Panthers of Merryville. Bunt shown, ball's in the dirt, it gets away from Cholly. Runner takes off for second. Throw will not be in time. The runner advances to second on the pass ball. Hardly no wind blowing today, unlike it was Thursday night when we pretty much froze out here. Two balls and a strike, runner at second, nobody out. Showing bunt, and it's in the dirt again, 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It gets the bunt down to Palermo at first. Kramer covers and steps on the base in time. Runner advances to third base. Successful sacrifice bunt by Panther batter.
Number 8, Seth Powell.
So 1 out, runner at third for Merryville here in the top of the first. First pitch from Clayton misses just high. 1 ball, no strikes. Ground ball to third. Cochran feels it, throws home, and they're going to have the runner in a rundown. Cholly throws it over to Cochran, who tags him out for the second out of the inning. Great play by Ferguson Cochran at third base. And a good job by Cholly with the rundown to prevent the run. So good job by the Saints on that play. So now there's 2 outs with a runner at first for the Merryville Panthers. Breaking ball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses low and outside, 2-0. Catches the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls and a strike, 2 outs, and a runner at first for Merryville here at the top of the first inning. No score. Fastball on the outside corner again, 2-2. Here's Clayton with the 2-2. Curveball misses outside, and the count will go full. Payoff pitch, misses low, ball 4. So 2 down. And that'll have runners at first and second for the Panthers.
Now batting, number 2, Gage Robertson.
Two down, runners at first and second. Top of the first, no score. Outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Comes the 0-1 from Clayton. And it's fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. And runners at first and second for the Panthers of Merryville. Here's the pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. Kramer charges it, throws to first for the 3rd out of the inning. A couple walks in the inning, but no damage done. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Your score is 0-0.
Leading off for St. Louis.
Bottom of the first, and Zach Reshore to lead it off for St. Louis. No score. First pitch is a ball to Reshore. 1 ball, no strikes. Reshore swings and fouls it off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Reshore leading it off. Kramer on deck. And Reshore bunts it foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ball and 2 strikes to Reshore. Lead-off batter here in the bottom of the first. Timeout call. Comes the 1-2 to Reshore. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Reshore swings and misses and strikes out. 1 down. That'll bring up Colin Kramer with Fontenot on deck.
At bat, number 28, Colin Kramer.
First pitch to Kramer, catches the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Kramer hits it high in the air behind first base. Second baseman coming over and is calling it. And makes the grab for out number 2.
Now batting, number 8, Cameron Fontenot.
So quickly we have 2 down here in the bottom of the first. First pitch to Fontenot's high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Quiet crowd here today. No girls game going on. So I don't have to keep my head up looking for foul balls like I did Thursday night. Here's the 1-0 to Fontenot. Low pitch at the knees is called for a strike. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Outside, 2 balls and a strike to Fontenot. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. No score. Well, strike called. I thought it was 2-2. Apparently now it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Fontenot. And Fontenot fouls it down the left side. Foul. Count stays 2-2. Pitcher steps off the mound. And we'll have a conference. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. There's the pitch. Breaking ball's low, full count. Payoff pitch to Fontenot. Fouled off the left side. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and Fontenot drives it into left center field for a base hit. 2-out base hit for Fontenot. Fontenot on his way to second as the center fielder bobbled it, and he's going to slide in safe. A 2-out double for Cameron Fontenot.
Now batting number 5.
And that's going to bring Ryan Palermo to the plate. Great at bat for Fontenot, fighting off several 2-out pitches before driving into left center field. Two down, runner at second for the Saints. And pitch gets away from the catcher, and Fontenot's going to advance to third base. 1 ball, no strikes to Palermo. Pitch catches the inside corner at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ryan Palermo. Here's the 1-1. Strike on the outside corner. A ball and 2 strikes now to Palermo. Fontenot at third base. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Palermo hits it into center field. Center fielder's under it. And will make the grab for out number 3. Saints strand 1. We go to the top of the second. No score.
into the box, number 21, Ethan Ashworth.
Here we go, top of the second inning. No score. Saints versus Merryville from DeRitter. Morgan Clayton on the mound for the Saints. Swing and a miss. No balls and one strike. Oh, 1 pitch misses just low. 1 ball, 1 strike. One's hit towards left field. Richard takes a couple steps and makes the grab for out number 1.
Batting next, number 7, Davin Channing.
1 down in the inning. And the first pitch is called for a strike. No balls and 1 strike from Clayton. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. Nice changeup from Clayton. The batter was way out in front of it. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the second. No score. Breaking ball falls in for strike 3. A 3-pitch strikeout for Clayton. 2 outs in the inning.
Stepping into the box, number 20, Kyle Branham.
Just misses on the outside corner. 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 pitch is a strike. 1-1 now from Clayton. Junior Morgan Clayton making his first varsity start. Strike call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the second. There's breaking ball. Called strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Clayton in the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score from
Stepping in the box, number 4, Jack Aguilera.
bottom of the second. Jack Aguilar is designated hitter today. No score from DeRitter as we take on Merryville. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike to Aguilar. A 1 pitch down the middle. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Oh, way on the outside, and it's called for strike 3. In this angle, that looked to be in the opposite batter's box.
Now batting number 30, Kyle Goodo.
Right fielder Kyle Goodo steps in with 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd. Swung on and fouled. No balls and 1 strike. Goodo hits it into right field for a base hit. Good job by the sophomore Goodo. That'll bring up freshman Grant Cholly.
Grant Cholly.
Grant getting to start at catcher today. One out, runner at first for the Saints. Cholly hits it, fouls it back. No balls and 1 strike. Throw over to first, and Goodo's back in time. Throw to first again. Goodo's back standing up. Still 0-1 to Cholly. Outside corner, or should I say inside opposite batter's box. Another outside called strike. 0-2 to Cholly. 1 out, Goodo at first. Here in the bottom of the 2nd, nobody out. I'm sorry, no score. 1 out. And once again, at outside corner, Cholly's called out on strikes. Saints are going to have to make an adjustment and start protecting that outside corner more.
Now batting number 16, Ferguson Cochran.
So Goodo steals 2nd on the strikeout by Cholly. And that'll bring up Ferguson Cochran with 2 outs. Strike called. Outside part of the plate this time. No balls and 1 strike. Here comes the 0-1 to Cochran. Cochran skies it up in the air. Catcher's back. And comes up with the grab for the 3rd out of the inning. Saints get a base hit out of Goodo. Failed to get him home. We go to the top of the third. No score. Top of the third inning, no score. Saints versus Merryville Panthers. Morgan Clayton for his third inning of work. And first pitch misses high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 from Clayton. Swung on, fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Not sure where that missed, but it was called for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1. Ground ball towards first. Palermo feels it near the bag. Steps over for the out. 1 down.
Batting next, number 3, Hunter Eccles.
One out. First pitch from Morgan. Attempted bunt, foul. No balls and 1 strike. Ground ball toward shortstop. Fontenot over to first in time for out number 2.
Stepping into the box, number 4, Brian Bailey.
Just got a text from Rock Palermo. Even on the camera, he can't figure out where that pitch missed. Thanks, Rock. 2 down in the inning. And the pitch from Clayton's outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch is swung on and fouled back. 1-1. Top of the third. 2 outs. No score. Gets Merryville from DeRitter. Calm winds today. Sure feels a lot better than it did Thursday night. 1-1. Here's the pitch from Clayton. Misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 pitch misses just outside. 3-1. Here comes a 3-1 pitch. Misses high, ball 4. A 2-out walk for Clayton. And Merryville will have a runner at first base.
Stepping into the box, number 8, Seth Powell.
Fly ball to left field. Richard coming in, calling him off, and makes the grab for out number 3. Clayton gives up a walk, but no damage done. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Your score 0-0.
Now batting number 6, Julian Gonzalez.
We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. No score. Julian Gonzalez to lead it off for St. Louis. First pitch misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch misses high and outside. 2-0. Here's 2-0 pitch. Gonzalez fouls it down the left side, out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike to Gonzalez. Outside, 3-1. 3-1 pitch catches the inside corner. Full count now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez drives it back up the middle for a base hit into center field. Good at bat for Gonzalez. He's on his way to second. No, now he's going to hold up. Coach Laurent thought about sending him, as it looked like the center field bobbled it a little bit, but it wasn't very deep. So nobody out. Back to the leadoff. Zach Richard struck out last time up. He'll bat with no outs and a runner at first. Richard at the plate, Gonzalez at first with no outs. Throw over to first, not in time as Gonzalez gets back. No score here in the bottom of the third. Saints versus Merryville. Gonzalez takes off. Throw down. It will not be in time as Gonzalez steals second easily. Pitch is called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Richard. One and one to Richard. Gonzalez at second with nobody out. They throw back toward Gonzalez, but he gets back as the shortstop wasn't covering the base, but he got back anyway. Ball and a strike to Richard. Nobody out. Gonzalez at second. Gonzalez with the big lead. Richard shows bunt. The pitch is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Richard shows bunt. Gonzalez takes off. And no throw to third. Strike called on Richard, but Gonzalez gets to third without a throw. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. And Gonzalez at third base. Outside, and that'll run the count full. Scoreboard has 2-2. I think the pitch that Gonzalez stole second on was a ball, and it didn't get put on the board, so I believe it's full count here. Richard, ground ball to shortstop. Gonzalez has to hold up. Throw over is in time for the first out of the inning.
At bat, number 28, Colin Kramer.
So it's 1 out. Gonzalez at third. Colin Kramer to bat. First pitch, Kramer hits a hard shot to shortstop. Gonzalez coming home, and he'll slide in safe. Ball gets away from the catcher, and Kramer's on his way to second base. Kramer Gonzalez is safe at home. That'll give the Saints a 1-0 lead. And Kramer will advance to second base. So 1 out. Kramer picks up the RBI fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Cameron Fontenot. Fontenot fouls the first pitch off. Heads up. Good catch by the fan. Off the screen, off the light pole, and a one-handed behind-the-back catch by the fan. No balls and 1 strike. 1 out to Fontenot. Kramer at second. Saints with a 1-0 lead. And the pitcher steps off. Kramer gets back. Breaking ball misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Fontenot. Two balls and a strike to Fontenot. Kramer at second. Pitch misses outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Umpire says it's 2 balls and 1 strike. And our semi-official scorer, Steve Cochran, agrees. 2 balls and a strike to Fontenot. Kramer at second. There's the pitch. Outside, Kramer's on his way to third. He'll slide in safe on the stolen base. Safety swing by Fontenot misses. And that's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Fontenot. 1 out with Kramer at third base. Aggressive base running by the Saints here in the bottom of the third. Manufactured a run for us. Two to Fontenot. Kramer at third. Fontenot drives it toward second base. That'll easily score Kramer. Sacrifice RBI by Fontenot, and the Saints have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Great job of base running and hitting here in the inning.
Ryan Palermo.
That'll bring up Palermo with 2 outs and nobody on for the Saints. First pitch misses way outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Outside again. 2 balls and no strikes to Palermo. Palermo hits it deep to right field. Right fielder on the run makes the grab at the 335 sign. And that'll do it for the third inning. Saints pick up 2 runs. We go to the top of the fourth. Saints lead 2-0.
The concession stand would like you to know that
candy, hot chocolate, coffee, boudin, hamburgers, and nachos with meat.
Stepping up for that, number 10, Zane Frost.
Top of the fourth, Saints lead 2-0. First pitch from Clayton misses just high. 1 ball, no strikes. One pitch swung on, and it's called foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's 1-1 pitch, misses inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two ones fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch. Hit out to right field for a base hit. Just over the outreach glove of Palermo, and that's the first hit given up by junior pitcher Morgan Clayton.
Batting next, number 2, Gates Robertson.
So no outs and a runner at first for Merryville. Throw to first. Not in time. Batter shows bunt. Gets away from him. They got him. Batter showed bunt. And runner hesitated to throw down to first. Palermo catches it, throws to second, but it's not in time. 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter. And the runner advances to second. Bunt again. Misses outside. Bunt showed, pitch is low. Throw down to second by Charlie. 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner at second, nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Saints with a 2-0 lead. There's the pitch from Morgan. Shows bunt and bunts it foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. First game of the doubleheader. As we finish this game, we'll take the drive down to South Beauregard for a 5 o'clock game with the Leesville Wampus Cats. Shows he attempts the bunt, gets away from him, and Palermo will make the tag, so strikeout for Clayton, and 1 out in the inning.
Now batting, number 21, Ethan Ashworth.
So 1 down, runner at second for Merryville. First pitch from Clayton misses low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Ground ball right back up the middle. Fontenot dives for it and can't come up with it, and it goes out into center field. Runner comes home. Gonzalez bobbles the ball, and Merryville will score its first run, making the score 2-1 Saints.
Batting next, number 7, Davin Channing.
So 1 out, runner at first for Merryville. They have a run in the inning. Saints lead 2-1. Ground ball towards third base. Called in play, throw over to Palermo in time. Appeared to be foul, but it was called fair.
Stepping into
It looked
the
like
box, number 20,
Cochran caught it
Kyle
outside the
Brandon.
bag, but he makes a good throw over to Palermo in time for out number 2. The runner has to hold up at second. Actually turned out a little better for the Saints that way. So 2 down, runner at second. Saints with a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Clayton steps off, turns towards second, no throw. 1 ball, no strikes with 2 outs. Wind now blowing out. Pitch misses just inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 from Clayton. Right down the middle for a strike, 2-1. Two down and a runner at second for Merryville. Pitch is swung on foul, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Which is grounded towards Kramer at second. Throws it over to Palermo to end the inning. Not before Merryville picks up a run. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Saints 2, Merryville 1. Aguilar to lead it off for the Saints in the bottom of the 4th with a 2-1 lead. Aguilar skies the first pitch toward third base. And the third baseman makes the grab for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll bring up Kyle Goodo.
Number 30, Kyle Goodo.
First pitch to Goodo nearly hits him. Inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Goodo hits a fly ball towards left field. Left fielder going back and makes the grab for out number 2. 2 down.
In the box, number 13, Grant Choley.
And Grant Choley to the plate. Choley swings at the first pitch, fouls it out of play. On top of the concession. No balls and 1 strike. A 1 pitch to Choley. Fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes to Choley. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Saints lead 2-1. Breaking ball misses high. Umpire flinched. He wanted to call that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Choley. Breaking ball misses low, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. And it hits him. So hit by pitch for Charlie. 2 outs, and that'll bring up Ferguson Cochran. We're going to get a runner for the catcher, Charlie. It'll be Will Aguilar.
Now batting number 16, Ferguson Cochran.
Two down, runner at first. And Cochran hits it sharply to third base. Third baseman traps it, comes up, fires across, and it's in time for out number 3. Good play by the Merryville third baseman to end the inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Saints lead 2-1.
Now batting number 6, Brett Bell.
Top of the 5th inning, Saints lead 2-1. And the first pitch from Clayton misses high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Inside, 2-0 from Clayton. Strike called, 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike. Outside, 3-1. Clayton in his 5th inning of work here in his first varsity start. And he misses high for ball 4. Timeout called as Coach Collins heads to the mound. You have a pitcher ready in the bullpen, and Coach Collins will make the change. So I'll do it for Clayton. Clayton throws 60 pitches in 4 innings. Gives up 2 hits, 1 run that was earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And the runner at first is the responsibility of Clayton. The new pitcher for the Saints is Logan Guillory.
Stepping into the box, number 3, Hunter Eccles.
New pitcher for the Saints is Logan Gilry. Top of the 5th, nobody out, runner at first for Merryville. First pitch he shows bunt and fouls it off. No balls and 1 strike. We're at the top of the 5th. Saints lead 2-1. There's the pitch. And we got the runner caught off. Throw down to second. Over to first. And it's called safe. Looked like we had him out at first base. But the runner's called safe. Here's the pitch, shows bunt, bunts it back towards Gilry. Gilry throws to first in time for out number 1. Throw down to second, not in time. So 1 down, runner at second for Merryville.
Now batting, number 4, Brian Bailey.
One out, runner at second for Merryville. Outside corner called for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the 0-1 from Gilry. Grounded back toward shortstop. Fontenot feels it. Throws to first in time. Runner advances to third. 2 down.
Stepping up to the plate, number 8, Seth Powell.
2 outs, runner at third for Merryville. Outside corner catches for a strike. No balls and a strike, 2 outs, runner at third. Ground ball, and he shoots it through right field, and that'll score that run. Throw to first. Oh! Goodo nearly had him at first base. Run would not have counted if that would have happened. So Merryville ties it at 2.
Number 10, Zane Frost.
And that run will be charged to Morgan Clayton. 2 down in the inning. 2-2 score here against Merryville. Timeout called. So 2 calls here in the inning that we thought were outs. Pitch from Gilry catches inside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Curveball. And that's called for a strike, even though it was in the dirt. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 down, runner at first. Score tied at 2. And we're going to time out here as the first base coach wants to talk with the umpire. And if he's discussing a ball and a strike on that last pitch, it should result in an ejection. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Breaking ball misses outside. Throw down to first. Not in time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner takes off. Swing, foul. Count remains 1-2. No balls, 2 strikes. There's the pitch. Just misses inside, 3-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, according to the umpire. Two pitch, swung on, strikeout to end the inning. Before Merryville picks up a run, we go to the bottom of the 5th. Your score tied at 2.
Now batting number 6, Julian Gonzalez.
Bottom of the 5th. Score tied at 2, and Julian Gonzalez to lead it off for the Saints. Gonzalez with a hit and a run scored last time up. First pitch misses high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Gonzalez. Comes the 1-0. Gonzalez hits it, fly ball towards left field. Left fielder drifts over and makes the grab for out number 1.
At bat number 3, Zach Richard.
Back to the leadoff spot and Richard. Richard 0-2 with a strikeout. Richard with the bunt foul. No balls and a strike. There's the 0-1. Fouled back, no balls and 2 strikes. No balls and 2 strikes for Richard. 1 out here in the inning. Richard lifts it to right field, and that'll fall for a base hit and get by the right fielder. Richard's on his way to second base, and will hold up there. A 1 out double for Richard.
Now batting number 28, Colin Kramer.
Kramer to bat with 1 out and Richard at second. Kramer with an RBI and a run scored. Breaking ball to Kramer's in the dirt, gets away, and Richard heads to third base. Oh, and the throw nearly gets away from the third baseman. 1 ball, no strikes to Kramer, and Richard at third base with 1 out. And we have a timeout called by the Merryville coach. There is a pitcher warming up in the Merryville bullpen. All right, meeting at the mound is over. 1 ball, no strikes to Kramer, 1 out. Richard at third base after the double, and the ball getting away from the catcher. Here comes the 1-0 in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Comes the 2-0 to Kramer. He shows bunt. Richard's on his way. Ball's loose. And they call him out. So the ball gets away from the catcher. Catcher picks it up. As Richard slides in, he's called out. And Coach Collins will come have a talk with the home plate umpire. I think what Coach Collins is arguing that as Kramer attempted the bunt, the ball got away. Kramer kind of got in the way, which would have been an interference call on Kramer, and Richard would have had to return to third base. Instead, it's out at the plate. And Kramer bats with 2 outs, 2 balls and 1 strike. And curveball falls for a strike on Kramer, 2 balls and 2 strikes. the 2-2 to Kramer. Curveball, and Kramer drives it back up the middle for a base hit. Tough break for the Saints, as the base hit would have scored Reshort. Instead, we have 2 outs and Kramer at first base.
Number 8, Cameron Fontenot.
Cameron Fontenot to bat with 2 outs and Kramer at first. First pitch to Fontenot's in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0 to Fontenot. And Fontenot squeezes it into left field for a base hit. Kramer to second base. 2 straight base hits.
At bat, number 5, Brian Palermo.
And that'll bring up Palermo. Two down, runners at first and second for the Saints. Score tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitcher steps off. And Kramer gets back to second. There's the pitch, and Palermo hits it foul into the bullpen. No balls and 1 strike. No balls and 1 strike, 2 outs, runners at first and second for St. Louis. And the pitcher steps off. Kramer at second, Fontenot at first, Palermo at the plate. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, and a 2-2 score here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the pitch is low and in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball, 1 strike to Palermo. And Palermo calls timeout.
Good job, Ryan. Good job, Rhino.
One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And pitch misses high. 2-1. Kramer at second, Fontenot at first, 2 outs. Palermo at the plate with Aguilar on deck. Here comes the 2-1. Curveball misses low, 3-1 to Palermo. Three balls and a strike to Palermo. And Palermo fouls it off. And we have a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners will be moving. Runners take off. And Palermo rips it down the right side into the corner. That's going to score Kramer. Fontenot coming around. He'll score easily as well. And a 2 RBI double for Ryan Palermo gives the Saints a 4-2 lead.
Now batting number 4, Jack Aguilera.
We get a timeout. The coach comes out, and we'll have a pitching change for Merryville. Great at bat for Palermo as they kept working him outside, and on full count they made a mistake, left it up over the plate. Palermo just jerked it down the right side into the corner. So 4-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 down. We'll be right back after the pitching change. Warm-up's complete. Saints up 4-2 on a 2-out, 2 RBI double by Ryan Palermo. And then I have Jack Aguilar at the plate with Palermo at second, 2 outs. First pitch is down and in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to Aguilar. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High. 2 balls and no strikes. And 2-0 pitch is hit, base hit out in the left field. Palermo rounds third and heads to home, and he'll score easily. RBI single for Aguilar. And after the 2 RBI double for Palermo, he scores to make it 5-2. So great job with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. After Richard is thrown out at the plate, Saints get 2 base hits and then the double by Palermo, and now a single by Aguilar drives in Palermo. Kyle Goodo to bat with 2 outs and Aguilar at first. And the pitch is low in the dirt. Aguilar takes off for second base, slides in, safe. Stolen base for Aguilar. 1 ball, no strikes to Goodo. And now Aguilar puts himself in scoring position for Goodo. And Goodo drives on the left field, and that's going to get over the left fielder's head. Aguilar's going to score, and Goodo's on his way to second base. And RBI double for Kyle Goodo. Well hit ball. Left fielder didn't have a chance on it as he line drives it over his head.
Mark Johnston.
6-2 now as the Saints are blowing it open here in the bottom of the 5th. All the damage done with 2 outs. And now Mark Johnson will pinch hit for catcher Grant Charlie. And we're going to have a timeout as pitching coach for Merryville heads back to the mound. And the meeting at the mound's over. Mark Johnson to bat. Goodo on second after the RBI double. Johnson pinch hitting for Grant Charlie. And first pitch to Johnson's called a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Outside for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Saints up 6-2 after scoring 4 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Outfield playing deep on Johnston. Ball's in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and Goodo heads to third base. 2 balls and 1 strike to Johnson. Now Goodo at third. Activity in the Merryville bullpen again. Two balls and a strike, 2 outs, and Goodo at third. And Johnson hits it off the handle, and it's going to fall into center field for a base hit, and that'll score Goodo. And the Saints have scored 5 runs on 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th to take a 7-2 lead. Came right off the handle, blooped right out to center field.
Number 16, Ferguson Cochran.
And that'll bring up Cochran. And the first pitch to Cochran's high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 pitch to Cochran. And he hits it high to right field. And right fielder's under it. Oh, and off the right fielder's glove onto the ground. Johnson's at third, and Cochran is safe at second base.
Stepping in the box, number 6, Julian Gonzalez.
So with 2 outs and runners at second and third, Julian Gonzalez will bat. Gonzalez started off the inning. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. 7-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Saints have scored 5, all with 2 outs. First pitch misses high. 1 ball, no strikes. Saints have 7 runs on 10 hits and 3 Merryville errors. Merryville with 2 runs, 3 hits, and no Saints errors. And that pitch hits Gonzalez, and that'll load the bases for Richard. Richard up to bat, and this all started after Richard was thrown out at the plate on the attempted suicide squeeze. And the Merryville coach wants to argue that Gonzalez didn't make an attempt to get out of the way. And to no avail. Timeout, and he's going to head to the mound. And I believe that's his second visit. So we'll have a pitching change here for Merryville with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Richard at the plate. We'll be right back.
Go, Brad. Be tough, Ethan. Be tough.
Two outs, bases loaded for the Saints. New pitcher for Merryville, Zach Richard at the plate. And Zach grounds it towards first base. First baseman grabs it, steps on the plate. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Merryville pitcher. Not before the Saints strike for 5 runs, all with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th. Saints lead 7-2.
Boulevard Memorial Hospital provides health and wellness for everyone. Join the CMH 24-hour fitness center today.
Top of the 6th inning, and Logan Guillory back out for the Saints after a long rest. Saints lead 7-2. And breaking balls fouled off. No balls and 1 strike. Ground ball towards Kramer at second, fielded, and throw to first in time for out number 1.
Stepping into the box, number 21, Ethan Ashworth.
Let's swing the bat, Gage. Big aggressive eight. Base hit now.
And ground ball to Palermo at first. Palermo flips it on over to Guillory. And just like that, 2 outs in the inning.
Stepping into the box, number 7, Davin Channing.
Black, base hit, Davin.
So 2 down
Davin.
here in the top of the 6th. Breaking ball from Guillory just misses high. 1 ball, no strikes. One pitch is outside and low. 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Low. 3 balls and no strikes. .30 pitch is fouled back, 3-1. Two down here in the 6th. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 call. Oh, I'm sorry. Strike 2 call. Full count. Maybe it's the cold weather. Had a tough time keeping up with the counts here. Full count. 2 down. There's the pitch. Fly ball towards first. And Kramer calls it. Oh, and they drop it. Like Kramer and Palermo kind of got tied up with each other. Like Kramer was calling them off all the way. Not quite sure what happened. And Goodo in from right field is also in that crowd. So 2 down, runner at first for Merryville on the error by the Saints. Not sure who you charged that error to. First pitch swung on and missed. 1 ball, no strikes. No balls and a strike. And lifted high towards Kramer at second base. Kramer calls this one and makes the grab for out number 3. Halfway through the 6th, Saints lead 7-2. We'll be right back.
Colin Kramer.
Bottom of the sixth, Colin Kramer lead it off for St. Louis. Kramer hits a fly ball towards second base. And the second baseman trips going back but makes the grab for out number one.
Good job, Davin.
So one down and Fontenot to bat.
Stepping into the
Fontenot's
box,
2 for
number
3
8,
with a
Aaron
run and an
Fontenot.
RBI. And Fontenot slices one down the left side, but foul.
Good pitch, Brett.
No balls and one strike. Kramer's 1 for 3, 2 runs and RBI. Fontenot 2 for 3, 1 run, 1 RBI. Palermo 1 for 3, a run, 2 RBIs. Aguilar 1 for 3, a run and an RBI. Goodo 2 for 3, a run and RBI. Fontenot grounds it towards second base. Throw over to first is in time for out number 2.
Batting next, number 5, Ryan Palermo.
So I'll bring up Palermo with 2 outs. Palermo with the 2 RBI double to get the scoring started for the Saints and later scored a run. And the first pitch misses high and outside to Ryan. One ball, no strikes. And 2 down. Palermo with a ground ball towards second base. Second base bobbles it and throws it over in time for out number 3. Quick inning for Merryville. Through 6 complete innings, Saints lead 7-2.
Now batting, number 6, Brett Bell.
Top of the 7th inning. Gilry on and fly ball to right field. Goodo takes about 2 steps back and makes the grab for out number 1. So 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Saints lead 7-2.
Batting next, number 3, Hunter Eccles.
And the first pitch from Gilry's called strike. No balls and 1 strike.
Good hitter, Ed.
Curveball in the dirt gets away from Charlie. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball towards Palermo at first. He feels it. Flips it to Gilry. Just in time as the Merryville runners showed good speed there. So 2 down.
Stepping up to the plate, number 4, Ryan Bailey.
Start off, Bailey. Let's go, Rhino.
First pitch from Gary's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch misses low, 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch is right down the middle for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. And fly ball towards right field. Goodo's under it. Makes the grab, and that's your ball game. Saints win 7-2 against the Merryville Panthers. We're going to pack up and head down to South Beauregard High School to take on the Leesville Wampus Cats. Game scheduled for 5 o'clock. We'll be on the air close to that. If the game is running late, check our Facebook page. I'll post updates there. That's it from DeRitter. Saints win 7-2. We'll be back in about an hour and 40 minutes. Have a good afternoon.